So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mahomes. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Yellow.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Tighten down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Dustin Colquitt on to punt. We'll likely see brother Britton on the other side get a chance later. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run. Cook. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way.
And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 31, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. On first down, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 53 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw, and that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Caught here by Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. 3rd down here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And how about that for just running out the clock? It's a gain of 35.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now Cousins choosing to back away from the line and signal for a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
1st down, here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-man.
Now Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run again on first down. Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Right here.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll set them back 5. Bailey now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Chiefs 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Cook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Cook. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Right back to him on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. And the blitz does come. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes firing complete and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Mahomes now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. They'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, check Trey, 57, 57.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
152 fighter.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what trends. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated.
Wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.